All right, welcome back to the IOY podcast. Today I get a old friend from back in the day. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
What up? I'm RaShawn. We go way back.
How you been doing?
I've been good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. What have you been up to?
I live up in Lincoln now. I'm going to school up here, working up here, so it's good to be on my own, take that next step in life.
Hell yeah, man. What do you where do you work at now up there?
I actually have two jobs. I work at a gym
Yeah.
that's North Lincoln. It's called Blue Moon Fitness, front desk attendant. Then I also work at Shields. I'm in the clothing department there.
Oh damn, man. I think I seen something on Facebook. Like you're on some picture with the gym stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I was working. They had to get me looking swole on there.
You get a lot of working out in up there when you're working and shit,
I
or what?
I do, yeah, it's nice. So I get a free gym membership there, and then working at Shields, I obviously get a nice discount. So I actually got a dumbbell weight set that I get to work out at home
Oh
as well.
shit.
So it makes it a little easier.
Hell yeah, man. How's school been going?
It's going good. It's definitely a lot different than CCC. It's a lot bigger. So I go to Southeast Community College, finishing up my generals before I go to UNL. But it's definitely bigger than CCC and Grand Island. But it's a little bit of the same atmosphere. But it's super nice.
Hell yeah, man. You still doing the business degree thing or what?
I am. Yep.
What are you getting? A 4 year degree or the bachelor's, right?
So I'm going to do an associate's, which is 2 years, and then from there I'll decide if I want to do a bachelor's, which would be four, but
Yeah.
it'll kind of just be depending on what I feel, because business, as you know, is something that you don't necessarily need a 4 year degree or 8 year degree, anything like that. You can just do little as two, and you can be perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing the same thing. I'm getting my associates in business, and then I might do some shit with accounting. I'm for sure gonna get a certificate. I might get an
Yep.
associate too. Maybe I'm kind of thinking about it, depending on how the what do you call it, the certificate shit goes. But
Yeah, for sure.
shit like that. But what do you plan on doing with your degree? Or
You
you're
know,
just getting the knowledge of business?
right out of high school, I had my mindset on real estate just because real estate is such a booming business right now. And it's something that I'm still considering pursuing. But like going to school and taking general, especially that business class we took back in GI, it really opened my eyes to how much opportunities actually out there,
Yeah,
not just all these jobs you've heard of growing up. There's like millions and millions.
yeah.
And so I'm just kind of in the process of deciding like if I want to pursue real estate full time or have my business or do whatever I want to do and then have real estate on the side just so I can always have some other sort of income flowing in at all times. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. That would be dope as shit.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, because I'm kind of remember you telling me a little bit about all that. I mean, what kind of got you into it? Wanting to do business like that.
I just think, at least me personally, I think business is the biggest market to become successful in and the easiest to get affiliated into it. It's not something that you need all these years of schooling to do to become successful, because if you look at some of the most successful people of all time, like like the Nike guys, Jeff Bezos, like these guys, like they don't need school to have the bill. And Jeff Bezos is on top of the world right now. Elon Musk, the Tesla
Yeah,
guy, he's
yeah,
one of the richest guys in the world, and these guys didn't go to school. And so I just think like even without the biggest degree, in the business aspect, you can become so successful. And I just think that's what's so intriguing to me is you don't need to spend 8 years, 12 years going to school. Then you start working and making money. You can literally start making money while you're in school right
yeah.
now, like right out of the gate.
That's what I've been doing. With my little clothing and everything. That's I just started
Yep.
doing it last year, but that's kind of what it opened my eyes up to doing shit too. I was like, fuck it, why would I start? Why can't I start now? Why would I wait until I get done? I can do it right now and
Yeah.
start getting ahead and shit. You
Yeah.
know,
And like I think the crazy thing to think about is like the typical American life is they raise you to think you go to school for 18 years and then you go for an additional four, and then they want you to work a 8 to 4, a 9 to 5, something like that till you're 65 years old, and then you retire, and then they want you to live life. Like I'm not trying to do that. I'm not
no.
trying to work till I'm too old to enjoy life with my wife, with my kids. Like I want to be able to work hard now and set myself up now, that way when I'm 30 to 40, I can retire and do those things with my kids, my wife, those things. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to work till I'm old and in a wheelchair or whatever, you know what I mean?
No, no, that's what I'm saying, man. That's how I've been thinking, and shit too. Because who the fuck knows if you're gonna be able to walk around when you're 65 or back
Yeah.
problems and all that bullshit. So that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
gotta you gotta enjoy it right now while you're young and you can actually fuck
Yeah.
around and do shit. Because
Yep.
we're just here right now. It's just we're this is the best stage of our life. That
I know.
so we gotta fucking not fuck it off and actually enjoy the shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I tried all because obviously I'm working and everything right now.
Mhm.
I'm glad I got a job and everything, but I know it's just not something that, it's not like sparking my interest. That's not for me. It's not like I'm gonna knock it
Mhm.
or, say, fuck that job or nothing. But
Yeah.
it's just, for now it's temporary. That's what I just kind of tell
Mhm.
myself, because I really want to be doing what I want to do, full time.
Yeah, that's another thing that like people in today's world don't really get, especially like the younger people, is like being successful is not going to happen overnight.
Hell
And
no.
it's not going to happen by not working and stuff like that, because you see a lot of these like the wealthier families growing up, the kids that don't really work or anything growing up, where here's you and I, we started working like 15, 16 years
Mhm.
old.
Yeah.
Then there's these kids who've like had it easy. And then once they're done with college and things like that, or done with high school even, then they don't know what to do because they
Yeah.
think it just happens like that. You know what I mean? And it takes a grind. It takes you working a couple jobs that you don't like when you're younger. You got to get the money, you got to get that somewhere. And then is when you like manage your money, and then it's where the opportunity happens.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. That's what I've, kind of learned, because I started, working when I was 16. And I guess, I just getting your own check and your own money, it's different, from, just
Yeah.
having it gave to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Yeah.
yeah, I've had shit given to me, but, working for it just means more to you and it's more special to you, and
Yeah.
like, but, just, if I didn't have, you know, like I like, start working at a young age like that, I don't think I would have been
Hmm.
able to manage my money, say, when, I got older, say, like I get out of
Yep.
college and now I'm just getting my job, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to do with money. You just,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
fucking, you just don't know. That's why it's good to learn it, while you're young and shit. And
Yeah.
I know after my daughter, when I had her, I was just like, I can't be fucking around with money or else I'm gonna be broke forever. I'm just like, fuck
Yeah.
this. you know?
That's kind of, I was in the same boat, because like a lot of people um are so stressed, like out of high school. The ones that don't move out right away are so stressed about moving out. And that was me. I was in the same boat. And then once I did move out, like it was like all sunshine and rainbows. And then once you see how many bills are, they just start hitting the door. It's like, yo, I can't be spending my money on like stupid shit. I gotta like manage this and like make sure I can make ends meet, things like that. And it's crazy because you don't really know that until you're there, man. It's like same with you and having a kid. Like you don't know that, like what the costs are, things like that, until you're there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, exactly, man. That's what I was just, when everybody told me, like, you're gonna be fucked for life, you're crazy having a kid, at 16, you ain't gonna have shit in your life, and that has been the total opposite. That
Yeah.
motivated me more to have more money than I do now. I don't put my money out there and shit like that, but I know
Hmm.
I'm smart with my shit, and I know that, I got probably a lot more than a lot of people our age, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
because I it just made me, more wise to it, more
Yep.
motivated. So I'm glad they said that shit,
Yeah. Facts, dude.
because you
I'm in
got
the
to hear
same
it.
boat with you. Like, there's so many, especially like both of us growing up like minorities in America, especially with the way the world is today. There's just so many odds against us, and like our backs against the wall in so many cases. And I just think, me personally and you personally too, like I just take those things, and I don't take them personally. I feel them as
Mhm.
fire.
Yeah.
Like you firsthand saw, like at bar, like the ways like we were mistreated sometimes. I know we didn't have a whole lot of classes in high school, but like those things fuel me. They fuel me to become more successful than those people that like hated on us, doubted us, things like that, and just prove everybody wrong and defy the odds.
Hell yeah. That's what's, nice. It just, it's like a satisfying feeling. It really is, just knowing that,
Yeah.
it's just like you don't like sit there and dwell on it. You just like take it as I'm gonna show these motherfuckers what's up,
Yeah.
you
Facts,
know.
bro.
because they don't fucking know. They just short-minded and shit when it comes to that kind of shit because they don't
Yeah,
know.
100%.
What is, so that, like, that's what, I was gonna ask, like, what kind of some struggles, that you've been through that, kind of made you the person you are today to what got you to here.
I would say, first and foremost, the biggest thing that's had me against the wall is just growing up with the stereotypical like African American family. Like
Yeah.
my dad wasn't in the picture. I had a single mother working harder than ever, working sometimes three jobs. Rochelle started working at 14, I believe, would have to get dropped off at work. Crazy. Um, and just seeing the pain that me and my sister, even my mom, had to face growing up without a father in the picture. That alone makes me just want to, like, I've told my girlfriend Emily, like, I want to work so hard that she will never have to eventually work a day in her life again,
Yeah.
like after like 5 years or so. So that my family, they motivate me more than anything. Emily motivates me more than anything. And just the idea alone that I don't want to work for somebody, I want to be my own boss. That just like intrigues me more than anything. I want to make money for myself. I don't want to make money for an employer, things like that, you know.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's the same thing with me, man. That's how I want to be with that, but I remember, going to your house and stuff when, we were in middle school. I mean, it was always a, good time and shit. Your
Yeah.
mom and Rochelle and everybody, it was always so damn cool, and I don't know. I mean, it seemed like, you guys are, really happy and shit. You don't, even though, even with the whole, like you said, just, being stressful and working in there all the time, you
Mhm.
could tell there's a good family bond there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure, man. They've got me through so much, and I know we don't have the ideal family structure as in Americans nowadays, but like we've got each other through thick and thin, and I'm so thankful for them. They push me more than they could ever imagine.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, it just, I think it even brings you more closer rather than, the traditional family thing,
Yeah.
because, you guys go through it together,
Hmm.
it's just,
Yeah.
going through it all together, and all the emotions and everything, it's not just one of you, it's just all of you as a group.
Yep, for sure.
Hell yeah. So, where would you like to be in 10 years, from now?
In 10 years, I would like to hopefully um, be working for myself, whether that's my own business, my own anything. I've seen so many like ad influencers pop up on like my social medias and
Yeah.
stuff. And it's there's one thing that I've started doing kind of as my side hustle, and it's selling shoes.
Oh
Because
shit,
as you
really?
as you remember, I wear a lot of
Yeah,
shoes,
yeah, yeah.
and just that market's huge. And there's this guy that I follow, and I actually bought his course for like $30 to show how he did it.
Yeah.
But he used to work a 9 to 5, and he's only 23 or 24, but he makes a six-figure income just selling shoes right now. And
Damn.
he doesn't work for anybody. He literally just he'll spend like an hour a day buying shoes online or going to a store and finding good deals and stuff. And he makes over 100K now, and he's only a year or two older than us. So
Jesus.
in 10 years, I'm not necessarily saying that shoes will be that or whatever, but I just want to find that opportunity that I can wake up and spend an hour a day or 2 hours a day like doing something, and then making money the rest of the day while I'm literally doing nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be working 8 hours, 10 hours, because those suck. You get home and you don't want to do anything no matter what time you work. If you get
Yeah.
off early or late, you just get home and don't want to do anything. I want to be able to wake up and spend an hour and then be with my family the rest of
Mm.
the day, and do those things.
Hell yeah. I know exactly what you mean because there's some days like I think like Friday, I work like 11 hours, then I get off, at 5 and then I, have time with the family for a few hours and I'm outside, I got my little, little shed area, where I work
Yep.
on my clothing, so I'm out there till like 3, 4 in the morning, just,
Hmm.
coming up with ideas, kind of messing around and hitting up other people, to get on, the podcast and everything, and
Yep.
so, I mean, I get like I'm up like 22 hours a day on Fridays, so that's why I just
Yeah,
woke up,
dude.
but that's just something I got to do right now. It's just temporary, but you
Yeah,
know,
that's the mindset you gotta have too, is like that's what you can even ask my girlfriend. I tell her all the time, like, we need to set all the distractions aside that everybody else our age is doing, like the going out, the party, and those things, set those aside for a couple years and bust our asses now. That
Yeah.
way, and when we're in our 30s, we can be relaxing, enjoying our life while everybody else is busting their ass, you know?
Hell yeah. I mean, that's what the thing is too. I don't even really, give a shit about the whole party and everything. Sometimes, yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool, let's go out bar, do a little bit like that, but to me, it just, I don't really give a shit, man. I've been, doing drinking, doing all that bad shit since I was like 12 years old, so
Yeah.
I already done all that shit. I don't really give a shit no more, so it's just, at
Yeah.
the point to where let's, get to, hustling. Let's get to making some fucking money and getting this brand going, shit
Yeah.
like
And you
that.
you look at those people who the Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musk, you think they wake up and worry about going to work, things
Hell,
like that? No, they wake up and they're like, what are we gonna do today? Are we gonna fly somewhere? Are we gonna that?
yeah.
Like, and it takes a grind to get there, and that's what a lot of people don't realize is they just wake up and want it to happen like that, you know?
Yeah, and it don't. That's why I'm saying, like I have those 22-hour days sometimes, and it's just like fuck it, this is what it is right now. But it's not gonna be like
Hmm.
that forever. But if I don't do it, it's gonna be like this forever. But I'm always gonna have the regret of not following through with what I want to do.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's just
That
what
is
I always
facts.
think. But it's just crazy how much the podcast kind of evolved. It gives the brand a voice because I've been doing a lot of shit, with like people out on the West Coast, like California, like promoters
Hmm.
and, like these like up and coming rappers, some up and coming. And then there will
Yep.
be like some like OG, rappers that I've had, like they've made songs with Tupac, E40,
Yeah.
Easy E, but one was Spice One. He was one of the biggest ones I had on here. He sold
Hmm.
over like 1 million records or some shit.
Yep.
But I did him on Monday, but it's just crazy. I just reach out to these people, and then here's the message of it. If you don't reach out to these people and just even try to attempt to do anything, you'll never you that's my tire.
Yep.
Right down, baby. But no, if you don't reach out to anybody or even try to just send that message, you'll never get it. But if you
Yep.
do it, there's that one chance that it's going to happen, and that's happened to
Yeah,
me,
man.
and it has,
Yep.
and it's you just got to do it. It doesn't matter. You're not some kind of asshole for sending it to them. If they don't
Yeah,
respond
that's
back, they don't.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
Yep.
it's just if you don't fucking take that risk, you're not going to get no reward at all ever.
Yep. That is 100% facts, man.
Yeah. So that's why I just been kind of going with that, and so it's been going good. I just do these little podcasts, drop one a week and just have that for now. But just doing shit like that, staying at it.
Yeah, man.
So how's the shoe thing going then? Have you started flipping shoes and doing stuff like
I
that then?
have, and it's actually a really cool course because it's a lot. So obviously, as you know, I've been a huge shoe guy for years to come. So I honestly thought I knew a lot about the sneaker reselling game because it's already something I did.
Yeah.
And basically, the main thing that I found out through this course is the biggest mistake with shoes when it comes to like reselling and stuff is people focus, and this was myself included, is people try to focus so hard on like the Yeezys, the Jordans, like those things that you buy one pair for like 180 bucks and you resell them for like 400 like once or twice a month. That's like three to $400 profit right there.
Yeah.
But the thing this course tells you is like you focus on the Air Maxes, the Air Forces, things like that, the $110 shoes, and you flip them for $150, $160, things like that, and you do it like up to like 40 times. That's almost like triple your profit in two shoes, but it's so repetitive, and you get to a point where you start getting so much income that you can start doing this like double or triple what you started at, and it just keeps going and going rather than
Yeah.
2 to 3 pairs a month. You just keep going and build your profit and
Yeah.
things like that. So it actually is pretty cool because in the um first month alone I made over like $1,500 just reselling shoes.
Jesus. God
And
damn.
so it's just a process that's a grind, yeah, because you obviously have to have a lot of money to be able to get like the 40 pairs or things like that.
Yeah.
But it's a grind to work to that point to where I can spend like an hour a day or something like that and not even worry about going to work a job.
How do you even reach out to customers? How do you get their
So
attention?
I do all mine through an app. It's called Go. There's also an app called StockX, but I don't necessarily use that one as well.
Yeah.
So what I'll do, and I have the crazy thing, listen to this. The crazy thing is is I haven't even bought a pair of shoes yet. I was just flipping shoes that I already had.
Damn, for
So
real.
I haven't even started like buying the shoe process yet, and I made that much money.
So how
But
many goddamn shoes you got?
so I had, before I started selling these, I had like 74 pairs, something like that.
What the
74,
fuck?
73.
Holy
I had
shit.
shoes to wear every day. I have in my closet right now, I have probably like 50 pairs. And then my closet back in GI, I have like 22 pairs, things like that. So I'm still getting some, but I'm also like giving some. And it's just a process of, it's hard to let some go, but it's just money sitting on the shelf waiting to be made.
Yeah.
So I've had so many shoes for so long, but it's like you said, it's a grind now. That way, like when we have the money in the future, things like that, I can have those rewards and things like that, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So then when do you start selling are you gonna start like buying like a big quantity of shoes or just one at a
Yeah, I'm
time
planning
or
on that. I want to plan on that this summer so I can be a little more financially set.
yeah.
And like I said, as of right now, I'm literally just selling a bunch of shoes that I have, like Air Forces, Air Maxes, things like that, basketball shoes. And what I'll do is I'll put them on an app called, I do it on Goat, like I said, or Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is a little better just because you don't have the tax taken out, things like that. But Goat is paid shipping, all that stuff. So I'll literally just drop it off at UPS. They
They
send it
send it
on the
out.
way. What's that?
Then they send it out, right? Yeah.
Yep. And then they send it out in like 3 days, and then they pay me, things like that. So it's just literally, as I'm sleeping, I can be getting paid, like
Yeah.
wake up and get paid, things like that. So it's super dope.
Yeah, man. That is a pretty simple job. Then that's something that that sparked your interest in everything too. I mean, how you got into it. I mean, like you said, you had 70 fucking shoes. And now you're just selling all them and shit, man. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy how these things fall into our lap too. They just like come to you. You don't even really ever think about it,
Hmm.
but it just kind of falls in your lap and then you're like, yeah, I can do that. That kind
Yeah.
of
And
interesting.
the crazy thing is like with the market nowadays, it's like the opportunity is endless.
Yeah.
One thing you and I used to do, I don't know if you remember this, but we used to play Black Ops Zombies all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah,
video
yeah.
games.
Oh,
And video games right now is one of the biggest, it's like one of the hardest to get up and be successful, but it's one of the most successful industries right now.
yeah.
Like one of the biggest streamers, I don't know if you know he is, but his name's Nick Merckx. He's a Call of Duty player.
Okay.
And all he does is he wakes up Monday through Thursday, doesn't work Friday through Sunday, and he'll literally get on Twitch and stream for like 8 hours a day.
Holy shit.
He he makes like 600K a month, I believe,
What the
playing
fuck?
video games. Yeah.
Holy
And
shit.
and then like Ninja, obviously everybody knows Ninja from Fortnite. He made like 800K last year a month
That's fucking
just playing
insane.
games. And people think playing games is like I don't get me wrong, playing games is fun, but if you love playing games, then why don't you just start streaming and make some
Mhm.
money doing it, make money doing what you love. And people don't realize that you can literally make money doing anything you love in today's world.
Yeah.
You don't have to work a
Yeah.
job to do that stuff.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Cause you can literally just, record what you're doing. And then here you go,
Yeah.
cause I mean, if you can just post it online, and shit. Cause you see like now you see people, that do like zoos or they have like zoos or anything, they just show their animals, them fucking with the animals,
Hmm.
and there they go. They got a million followers and everything. And then they just got everything. It doesn't even matter what you're doing. You could be making food, and then there you go. You got
Hmm.
your own cooking show now. you know
Yeah, you're a great example of this too, because I don't know how many times you and I have just sat down and talked like we are right now.
that's what I'm
So many
saying.
times growing up, we literally. I don't know if you remember this. I can't remember if it was sixth or seven. I think it was sixth grade because I still had my long hair. I'm pretty sure.
The
But
cornrows.
yeah, we
Yeah.
had that. We were literally just starting to talk about things that we could become huge, and one of our ideas was making our own Jackass movie, and
with
that's.
but you literally just record that stupid ass shit. You doing those stunts and shit, and then there you go. You're fucking famous. You're in a wheelchair
Yeah,
now.
I remember the famous trampoline story of good old John.
That's what this is a bring up. What did he do again? How do you fuck up that trampoline, Johnny? What did you do? Because I remember you were laughing for like an hour straight. After.
Oh my! I just know we had like a ladder. We had a ladder that he almost like broke his leg on or something, and then he like jumped on the trampoline and it literally like snapped in half. And then your little brother went like flying off of it, and Johnny was like screaming his leg was broken because like got like caught in the ladder or something. And
Dumb fucker. Dude, I remember him
God,
jumping off that fucking, I had the shed in the backyard and he was ass naked and he did a front flip off of it. And then we got this big old 6-foot white picket fence out there and he was jumping and he was just he ended up falling off of it and he fucking fell through the fence and it just knocked out of like a whole fucking section of the fence. He went right through the son of a bitch.
oh my God.
No,
Yeah,
fuck.
dude, it's literally like you like things we love. You just put your mind to it, you can literally do whatever, you know.
Yeah, and that was at that time when we were in middle school, that sounded like a great idea.
It really did, and that was before technology was as big as it is today. And
Yeah. I mean, if it was now and we were in middle school, we probably would have fucking started doing some shit.
oh my God, yes,
Who the fuck knows what would
100%.
happen?
Gosh, the
You
good
know,
old days.
no, fuck, I know, man. What do you remember when we first met?
Good old what's her name's class? Oh, what is her name? We had two classes together in 6th grade, and one of them was um
Food?
oh, what was her name? I can't even think of it. But it was one of the, it was I think it was social studies. It was either social studies or English.
In
But
reading.
then what's that?
In reading class, wasn't it?
Mr. Harpum's.
Yeah, yeah.
We read the good old like Hunger
Yeah,
Games,
and all that shit, yeah.
City of Ember.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we would go to each other's houses like literally every weekend.
Yeah, no shit.
Gosh.
Eating fucking hot Cheetos and
And I
playing
remember
fucking
the first
games.
time I ever had a hot pocket was at your house, and then I
Was
was
it?
obsessed with them. Yep.
Jesus. We still
I
got a
didn't
freezer
even know
full
what
of
a
them.
hot pocket was, and then you ate one, and I tried it. I was like, "Oh my God, this thing is amazing!"
No shit. You always I think you introduced me to the fucking hot Cheetos. And that's
Oh
the
yeah,
snack I remember always eating, and then it evolved to putting fucking lime and shit in it. But I always remember that snack. That's crazy
hot
that we remember that
Cheetos,
shit.
hot fries, and then
Yeah.
Jaden Hayes had the lime salt.
Yeah, and then they'll remember what it led to some kids snorting it. You had to go to the nurse's office or
It
some
was,
shit.
I think his name was it Armando?
I don't know. I just know it was some kid who
I
fucking started
I just
crying.
remember like Jaden started. He brought that one day as like a snack, and then out of nowhere, like a week later, he was selling it to people for a couple bucks a pack. And then one day, someone snorted it to be like cool in front of their friends, and he ended up going to the nurse.
Yeah, and he started fucking crying, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Dude, that had have been so painful.
Oh, I can't even imagine that, man.
No, man. I mean,
Gosh.
that was fucking funny. I do you remember doing basketball and shit there? I
Oh
remember
yeah.
I made the D
Uh,
team. Yeah,
uh.
that's what I was gonna bring up to you.
I still see Mr. Bartlett every now and then because I go golfing quite a bit,
Oh
and
shit.
he works at Jackrabbit, which is where I go golfing pretty good
Oh,
amount.
you go and say what up to him. You say,
And I go
ah.
say,
Yeah, he would always say that shit. When we were playing basketball, that's all you do. Dude,
uh.
I remember I fucking made the DT. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Sports are not for me. I didn't even want to do it. I just kind of did it because everybody else was doing it. I was like, fucking, let me try a
Oh
sport.
man, middle school sports were something else. They were
You were on the
so
A
fun.
team, weren't you?
I was on A team in football and basketball, and then
Everything
track
else.
didn't have a team or whatever. But I was a sprinter in track.
Yeah. I mean,
But
you always. Oh, go ahead.
good old middle school sports where that was when sports were actually fun and not stressful because you get to high school and sports were stressful because you're actually playing to win.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
middle school, you were literally just playing to have fun with all your friends.
Yeah, and that's when I just like I said, I did it, made the D team, and I was like, never again. Never again.
Never again.
What kept you into sports so much? Because you were always about sports.
So I still play sports or not sports, but I still play basketball to this day 3 times a week
Damn.
in a couple leagues. I literally have I have 5 basketballs in my living room right now.
That many?
Yeah. I Basketball is just something I've always loved. It's always something I've been
Yeah.
a little more gifted at than most. Um, it's something that it just brings me to find happiness. It's something I can like if I'm having a bad day or something, I can just go to the gym and shoot and like clear my head completely.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just something I've always found like a natural love for, and it's just something. Even before COVID, I would come up to Lincoln once a week and play at the rec center, and it's just a cool way to keep in touch with all your friends and just like always see each other. Excuse me. And you don't really realize that until like when COVID closed everything down
Yeah,
and
fuck up
didn't
a
get to
lot
play
of shit.
basketball for like 6 months, and then I don't see like any of my friends that I play with, things like that. You just don't realize like how much those little things mean to you, you know?
Yeah, and it's something else to do that's more productive versus, hey, let's go and get fucked up, tonight or some shit,
Yeah.
because
And then feel like trash in the morning. And
yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's just a good thing to bond on and fuck around. Because I remember doing that shit in middle school and everything. It was really fun and stuff. But like you said, it's
yeah.
just like a stress reliever for you as well. For me, I like
Hmm.
going on fucking walks or some shit. I gotta go clear my head or some shit.
Hmm.
But we all got something. But that's what kind of kept you into sports for so long. Just kind of
Yeah. And
just
it,
that.
it it gets to a point like obviously I'm super competitive, and like I said in high school, like you play to win, and it was actually super cool because our senior year, I should
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
we had the best year we had had since like 2004 or something like that.
Holy shit.
And Gish has always been known as a football school or a
Yeah.
wrestling school back in the day, I should say too. And so it was just kind of cool to like put Gish on the map for something other than football and like
Yeah.
have us be successful in that because we were top 5 in the state over half the season, and then towards the end of the season we were top 10, and
Holy
then we
shit.
ended up losing in districts. But like just that fuel of the fire and like the adrenaline and people coming to enjoy like you playing a game you love, things like that, just something that always intrigued me.
Yeah, because there was a lot of people would go to him. You see the stadium and shit now. I mean, holy fuck.
Yeah.
You see how big that
Yeah.
motherfucker is? God damn. That many
I
people must
know.
go. I mean, holy shit, it's that big.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Would you have
Crazy.
liked to been on that field now that it has all that shit?
Oh yeah, literally so many things have changed at Gish, like the field, the scoreboard, and the East gym, like the older gym that was like crappy and dark and all that. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've been back in there, but they have new lighting in there, so it's way nicer. The whole basketball court got redone, so it's way lighter. We
Holy
got new
shit.
hoops, new scoreboards in there, then new flooring in the middle gym, and then they have in the West gym, the bigger gym, they got new LED scoreboards, so they can do like player videos and things like that on the scoreboard during the
Holy
game and stuff. So
shit.
I'm just jealous because it's like, where were these nice things when we were there?
Shit, when did you go back there? When did you check out all that shit?
So that was also before COVID. The last time I got to go to a Gish basketball game, in GI, but because obviously like with COVID, like limited fans and things like that. But that was a little over a year ago now, I should say.
Would you have a friend or someone playing in there or what?
No, so we were playing Omaha Central, which they have a kid that went D1 for basketball, but it was over winter break, so I was home, things like that. So I was just like, oh, I want to go over and check out a game because I live like three
Yeah.
blocks away.
Went and checked it out and you seen that they had all that
And
shit.
I was like, where was this when I was here?
Yeah, no
Gosh,
shit, man. I mean, the shit's always gonna change and grow, either that or go down. But
yeah,
you
yep.
know, but no, that shit's pretty cool though, man. How you
Yeah.
liking it down in Lincoln then?
It's
How's
good.
everything?
It's a lot different than GI where like no matter what time of the day, you can always find something to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just super cool because there's a lot of things that I've got to try like for the first time. There's a lot of a lot of disc golf courses here. Disc
Yeah.
golf is something I like to do, and I got really into it over quarantine. I ended up buying like 14 different discs, spending hundreds of dollars on these discs, just to be good at this sport. But I
Yeah.
go disc golfing a decent amount. I live literally right by a park. There's a park in my front yard, and me and my girlfriend like to go take walks and um, just enjoy the nice weather lately because it's
Yeah.
been so rainy and cold. So like when it's nice out, we like taking walks and things like that. But the restaurants is probably the most dangerous part of living here, just because there's so much good food left and right. I live right by a Chick-fil-A,
Oh fuck.
uh, Famous Dave's, I think it's called, the
Yeah, yeah.
Chipotle. I don't know if you've ever had Da Vinci's, but my girlfriend's
Uh-uh.
family they're like lovers of Da Vinci's, and that's something I live right by, so we get that all the time.
What do they
That's
have?
in They have Italian, like
Oh shit.
pasta, pizza,
Fucking everything.
sandwiches.
Damn.
I'm big on their sandwiches. Their sandwiches, I get a club sandwich that has bacon pieces, it has ham, lettuce, it has chipotle mayo, and like some kind of turkey, I think, on it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it is like one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life.
It's
But
just
definitely the food is definitely probably the most dangerous part of living here by far.
get fat as fuck.
Yeah,
You gotta fucking make sure you working out twice as hard then, man.
I
Shit.
know, yeah. It's good. I got some dumbbells. I work it right off as soon as I eat it.
Yeah, and if you don't, you just sit there feeling fat as fuck after
Yeah,
you eat
I
some good
do
ass food like that.
100%.
Yeah, man.
100%.
Yeah, because after you eat a good meal, you just sit there and feel gross as fuck. You'd be
Oh
like, I
yeah, you
really
literally
just eat all
feel
that.
like you just want to die or something. Just sitting there like, oh,
Yeah, no shit, man. I mean, yeah, that's cool though. You know, you like it out in Lincoln. You know, I went up there a few times this year and fucked around. You know, went to the park and mall and all that shit. You know, it's a lot bigger, you know, than Grand Island and everything. You know, because Grand Island, you know, it's just like you go all the way down to North Walmart and you're already, you know, from South Walmart to North Walmart. And, you know, that's it. You know, this is a
that's the
small
whole town.
dude. It freaked
And
me
then
out because I went to California and I was like, I never realized how small Grand Island was. You know, I went there last year and I was like,
mhm.
holy shit. Because I came back and kind of got some anxiety. I was like, what the fuck? Our town is so small. It started
Yeah,
tripping
dude.
me out.
So my dad lives in Miami, and me and my sister went down there. Um, I think it was 3 years ago now. No, it was 2 years ago because it was right after high school.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's literally mind blowing to me because Miami's huge, obviously, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
And a close drive to my dad is like 45 minutes to some other part of the city.
Jesus.
There was one time that so my dad's a personal trainer, and there was one day that he goes, it was like early in the morning, and I went to work out. Like he does basketball workouts, and I went to
Yeah.
work out with the kid he was training. He's like, it's just up at Fort Lauderdale. It's not far at all. So I'm as someone who grew up in Grand Island,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a not far drive is like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So you live on the south side of town, and I live on the north side by like Gish. I can get to your house. That's like opposite ends of town. I can get to your house in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, it's Miami. That's a close drive. So I'm thinking like 15 minutes. I kid you not, this drive to this workout was an hour and a half.
Jesus.
And it was
That is
so
long as
we
fuck.
get there, and I'm literally just dead after an hour and a half car ride. And we do the workout, whatever. And then we're coming back, and there's this school. What's crazy about the school is it was actually the school that the school shooting happened in a couple years ago in Florida, the Parkland
Oh yeah.
shooting.
Yeah.
So it was that school was just like on lunch break or something. So it was like lunch hour traffic around this school, and we were at a four-way stop for 2 hours.
What the fuck?
2 hours. We would literally move like 5 feet max, and then stop for like 20 minutes.
Oh
And the
my
line was
god.
miles
Are
long.
you just better off walking at that point?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, what the fuck? So what did they do? You know, how did they even get around? I mean, what did your dad say about that shit? Like, how did
He
they
so
get
he
adapt
was
to that?
like he was like perfectly normal with it. I was like stressful because I was like wanting to get out of the car and move around, like just being one spot. But one thing that stuck out to me the most about Florida, Miami in general, is the money is just so different down there. So different.
How come?
Like, so this will put it into perspective. One of the kids, I don't know if my dad still trains him or not, but his name was Chris or Christian, one of the two. And he was 15 at the time we were down there, and his birthday was coming up, and my dad told him to tell me what his two choices of his first car were.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, and he was like kind of mad about it. And he was mad because he had to choose between a Lamborghini, one of the, I don't know what they're called. They're like one of those really nice, like high end Jeeps,
Mhm.
and then or a Ferrari, and he didn't want any of those, and he was mad about it.
What the fuck?
And I'm just like, I go, dude, I'm literally driving a Pontiac Sunfire, like a little $1,000 blue car. And he goes, I don't even know what Pontiac is. And I was like,
Are you
dude.
serious?
And then for his 15th birthday, he got a yacht.
You're
A
kidding.
yacht,
You're
bro. I'm
fucking
not even joking. And
what the
then
fuck?
a couple months prior to me meeting him, this kid's parents sent him and not even his girlfriend, who he was talking to. They're dating now, but they weren't even dating yet. To Rome for 2 weeks.
Holy shit,
So,
man.
and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, dude, I'm over here having to work at 16 years old, and you're over here not gonna have to work a day in your
Ever.
life. And it was like that with anybody I met down there. Like they just had money left and right. Everybody's driving Lamborghinis. I didn't even know Lamborghini, or no, it might have been Lamborghini. I don't know, but I didn't know Lamborghini made boats. There was a
Holy shit.
Lamborghini boat that one person, I think is Lamborghini, one of those high-end sports car brands that I
A
didn't know they had
fucking
boats, but
boat.
one of them had a damn boat.
Jesus, dude, that's insane. I've heard that they're, pretty rich down there. God.
Oh, dude, it's
What
unbelievable.
what the hell does your dad do?
So like I said, he personal trains, but it's funny because
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so South Beach is an island, like where
Mhm.
everybody knows Miami for. That's an island, then I didn't even know that. And then downtown's like 5 minutes away. And he lives on an island right in between South Beach and downtown. And everybody always freaks out when I tell them that because they're like, dude, your dad's so rich, blah, blah. But it's funny because he's not really rich, but some of the people that he trains, he gets really good deals on. Like, so he lives in an apartment on this island. And the only reason he even stays there is because one of the kids he trains, their parents own that apartment and he lives there for free.
Really?
And then, yeah, and then
Damn.
one of the kids he trains, his dad's a doctor or a surgeon or something. And my dad recently tore his Achilles. He got the surgery done for free. That's like a $7,000 surgery.
Holy
And I'm
shit.
telling you, like the list just keeps going of like all these good deals you get. But then there's obviously like the people that he trains that like don't have any connection or anything that actually pay him. And
Yeah.
that's how he makes his money. But it's just like the deals he gets is crazy.
Yeah, no shit, it sounds like it.
Yeah. And the island he lives on has like the most beautiful outdoor basketball court I've ever seen. It's like this nice blue court with the ocean right in the background. And
Damn.
we were there one day playing, and he goes, "Yo, you see this house right here?" And it's literally right across the street.
Yeah.
And this was the biggest house I'd ever seen. It was Mariah Carey's, one of her houses.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, and then Jackie Chan lives on that island, he said, and like a couple other like famous actors and singers and stuff. And then there's this other house. This is another thing I'll show you just how different the money is there. There was this 3-story, or no, it's a 4-story because there's 3 stories off the ground
Mhm.
and then a basement. Huge house. It was like 110,000 square feet. So I'm telling you, this thing was huge. And he goes, "Yeah, you see this house? It had a basketball court, tennis court, a pool, big boat in the back." And he goes, "Yeah, this girl that lives there, she's 22." And I was
What?
like, "What?" And she got that house as a gift from her grandparents for graduating college.
What the fuck?
So
Jesus,
and I'm
man.
over here like, when I graduate college, I'm gonna get like a cake and maybe some dinner. And then she's over there graduating college. She's getting a house that like that's a mansion. It's as big as an apartment complex.
God damn, dude. That's just crazy how that shit works. That's
Gosh,
insane.
dude. It's crazy like just how the different ends of the stick are. Like there's people like
Yeah.
that, and then there's people who have literally nothing, and there's people in the middle, and it's
Mhm.
just crazy.
No, it really is. I mean, that's just insane, you know? I mean, what do you do after that point? I mean, like imagine they just sell that fucking house and then they're straight for life and they just come move to, Nebraska or some shit. That's all you got to do and you're great.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like they're already set for life, but like if they were to sell that house and move to like a little like the houses we know, like a
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
three
yeah.
bedroom house, like regular house, their money would be through the roof forever.
Yeah, it wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, because like that, I can't even imagine how much that had to have been like a $13 million house right there. Like, gosh.
What the when did you go out there?
We went there. So I believe it was the summer, or no, we went to Florida 3 years ago because it was the summer right before senior year. So it might have been like three and a half. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably three and a half,
So did you
which
just
is
get
even crazy to think that we've been out of high school that long.
I know it's been what 3 years now?
Yeah.
It's coming up, yeah. So I mean, how did that even like, go about? Like how did start talking to your dad and everything?
So yeah, so I have my sister that you've met.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah.
have two half sisters and a half brother, all on my dad's side.
Oh
And
shit.
all three of my sisters are just kind of how girls are with their dads. Like they just want to be loved by their dad. So they've always been in touch with him, no matter like how much he's lied or things like that.
Yeah.
And but me and my brother, just being like men growing up and having to be the man of the house because he wasn't there, just always kind of had a grudge against him. And I'd say my relationship with him kind of formed again going into senior year because he was able to come witness some of my basketball games, things like that. And then he was at my graduation, and we just really had the chance to sit down and talk. But it wasn't really like that started it, but it wasn't really there until I actually got to go down to like his kingdom, things like that. Because
Yeah.
he's always come up here to see us, but we've never gone down there to see his lifestyle, things like that. So it really that was just kind of the momentum changes when we got to go down there and see him and just see how he lives, things like that. Just because it was so different, something we're not like used to at all.
Yeah, no shit, man. I remember, I think I do remember now, I seen like, years back you posted pictures and everything, when he went to the game. I was like, damn, that's cool. Because I always,
Yeah,
remember you telling me that shit,
yeah.
but
He got to come to, I think his freshman year was the first time he had ever got to see me play basketball out of
damn.
my whole life. And just as him being one of the reasons I started playing basketball, because so I don't know if you knew, but he actually made it to the NBA. He got
Really?
a couple different 10-day contracts. He got one with the Heat, one with the Knicks, and then
Damn.
one other team. But then he tore his either ACL or MCL, so like one of your biggest muscle
Yeah.
ligaments that you have, got hurt, and then he played professionally overseas in Greece for a couple years. So like he's top of the line good at basketball, and he still to this day knows a lot of NBA players, former NBA players, things like that. But
Damn.
I didn't even know he was coming to this game, and then I it was one of my best games freshman year. I remember it, and I came out, and I usually talk to my mom and sister like right after the games. It was like a tradition of mine, and he was there, and I just like didn't even know what to say, so I just like started crying, and then someone caught a picture of it,
Oh
and
shit.
that I posted that one a long time ago, but that was back when I would average like 80 likes or something on Instagram. And that one got like hundreds and hundreds. So I was like, dang, I feel dope right now.
Famous.
Yeah, I was like famous.
Yeah, yeah. No, I now you say that I do remember that. Holy shit. Yeah, I bet that was a big fucking surprise. I mean, holy
Yeah,
shit.
dude, it's crazy.
But that's probably
Uh,
where you get that basketball shit from, man. That's for damn
yeah,
sure.
dude, he's good. He's still really. It's crazy though, because So I right left-handed. I
Yeah.
kick left-footed, but I throw and shoot right-handed, so I'm ambidextrous.
Oh
But
shit.
he's predominantly left-handed, does everything left-handed. But he is so good at basketball. It doesn't matter if it's a three-pointer, a two-pointer, things like that. Anywhere on the court, he can shoot left or right-handed, and you can't tell which hand he's dominant with because he's that good with both.
Really? How
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck?
crazy. I don't know how that's possible, but he can do it.
Jesus. Was your granddad the fucking the
I
fucking shit too, or what?
so my I don't know what sport he played, but my grandma, my dad's mom, she
Uh-huh.
was a college volleyball player. So sports like kind of ran in the family. She played college volleyball. Dad played college basketball, and then I played basketball all through high school. Sister was a softball player. My mom was I can't remember if my mom was a volleyball or softball player, but like I'm telling you, sports just ran in the family. My brother played basketball. I think he might have played college. I can't remember to be for sure, but yeah, basketball just runs in the family, and sports just run in the family in general.
Yeah, so you're destined to do that shit.
Yeah.
No, man, that's pretty dope though, man. I mean, you got everything going, you just got to keep staying at what you're doing. You can one thing you can always just kind of think, you can always do better, just with anything that you do, with
Hmm.
I mean, you can half-ass something or you can just, actually do it, and just always think you can do better and you can do better, and I'm glad you're out there doing that shit, and I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks,
And
man.
everything you've
Yeah,
been
I'm proud
doing.
of you too. I've literally admired like everything you've done. That's
Um,
one thing. Like I said, I've been reading and studying things like that, and that's the one thing that I won't say all because there's some like the rappers and those people don't necessarily have it, but a lot of the self-made millionaires like the Jeff Bezos, those things is they started with like a side hustle or something like that, and it eventually wound up to what it is today. So that's one thing I've literally admired from you is your clothing line, your like just your actions to like make put stuff into perspective, and like make it happen. So that's a lot of thing people don't have. They literally just think their jobs are going to get it done and get them that money, but it's not. You got to create that money somewhere else and make it. And I've literally admired that from you because you're like making it happen, man. And I've seen it. And I'm literally as like where we come from, I'm like proud to see you do that, man. And it's super dope.
Yeah, well, thank you, man. I do appreciate, that acknowledgement, man. I really do. And, like I said, I'm glad, all the school you're doing, the two jobs you're working, and now you got the shoe thing going, the same thing to you, man. I feel the same way. Like, I didn't know all this shit. I didn't. That's why I
Yeah.
wanted to catch up and do this, because, you people, like, us, just, average day-to-day people, we don't have that platform to have the voice. So people don't really know what we're doing, so they can just think when they see you at the gym, oh, he's just working here, he ain't doing nothing else. They don't know like all the other shit that's going on,
That is
but
facts. That's facts.
but this gives that, that this a voice, of how you're investing in yourself and what the fuck you're doing. Cause it ain't just working at a gym. It ain't just working, at the clothing store, it's more to it, and
Hmm.
the end goal to this shit, you know.
That's facts, man.
Well, I mean, did you have anything else you kind of wanted to add or leave the people with or anything?
I would say I'll just leave the people with work hard while you're young and like get to it now. That way you set yourself up to be done early and not like have that ideal American lifestyle till you're 65. Just get to it now, sacrifice that time now and limit those distractions and get to it. Set yourself up nice.
Hell yeah, man. I like that. I like that.
Yep.
But yeah, man, thank you for coming on. I always tell everybody, you got 24 hours, you probably in your day, you spent maybe almost maybe an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I appreciate you taking the time out and coming on here, man.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me. Look forward to doing it again in the future.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks, man.
Yep. You have a good one.
You too, man. Take care. Let's see.